Sayaka, Jack, Celeste, Iris, and Akane get together and form an idol group. You know, this could only be more fitting if the person who was right above them also joined. This, you stay. No funny business. You stay right here this time. Good day, good people. Toon Link, Dave, your United States Aviator. Welcome back to the Danganronpa Hunger Games. And it's a very special Valentine's Day tag team episode of the one and the only Hunger Games. So, what do we have here? Of course, it's a holiday, so you know what we're doing. We're heading to Celeste Holiday Mansion to celebrate the Valentine's Day. And who did she invite this time? Well, since it's a tag team episode, she invited teams who might want to get together on a little date? Question mark? You'll see what I mean. Celeste is rating them on compatibility, and Teruteru is Teruteru. And here's who they have picked for today. The Accent Imposters hosting the festivities today, Teruteru and Celeste. Sonia and Gundam prepare for trouble. Obvious. Fu, Shun, Ha, both determined souls, Taka and Hajime. The jacket failures, Kaito and Kanji. The big sisters, Sarah and Hina. Dominance, Miu and her Munus, and Akane, the power of God in anime. Mitarai and Hifumi perhaps could get along very well. Beanie Brigade, Kazuichi, and Ryoma. The champs, the pure boys. Which means that wheel is gonna spin. Izuyoi and Joe. And as we scroll down, we have Literary Arts, Toko, and now Hope's Last Stand, Kibo, with Nane Chiaki, Small and Mighty, Fuyuhiko and Chihiro, Shrouded in Mystery, Fatsugami and Kei, Show Me Your Moves, Tinko and Iris, Healthcare, Mikan and Luna, All-Star Alumni, Sakura and Peko, The Strongest Sweethearts, Gonta and Raph, Eye for an Eye, Munakata and Dimitri, Ultra Despair, Girls, Komaru and Jack. No, Rock Opera, Ibuki and Rise, and as we end this all up, the Horn Bearers, Sato and Rantaro, Mascon, the Great Gozu and Seiko, Juzo and Keiji for the Selfless Saviors and the False Gods, Angie and Rhea. Those are the teams who will be entering for this Valentine's Day wackiness, and there will probably be a singles episode of a similar structure next week. But not tomorrow, because tomorrow's episode is the celebration of Chinese New Year. It is the year of the ox. So just a spoiler for that, because could not do anything for that. It's a brand new. We have the year of the rat. We gotta cook it up real nice for the year of the ox. But for today, tell me who you got first, second, and third. We got a lot of teams entering the Holiday Mansion today. And will they get the Holiday Mansion Arena event? Who knows? They might get Avies, Wares, and Despairs for the upteenth time. But you have to tell me first, second, and third. Who do you got? Because you making that is like a record of all of your picks in the past. And your picks might have been correct. Or you could just have picks like this one. Or comments like that one. Or messages like that one. Any of those things. But I'm not gonna dilly and dally, I know what I have to do. I gotta turn this off. Because the champs are here, and the Agents of Chaos are not, which means there's a chance I'm going to have to stop this and add them in. But let's see if that will happen in 3, 2, 1. Now I know the correct angle to hold this right there. Perfect, like the slant, it's just perfect. Let's spin this thing. 15%. It's been close at 15% before. In fact, it's been close at 15% very recently, and I'm sure glad it didn't hit. If you saw Sunday's 4,000 subscriber episode, you'll know why. But I'm gonna let it go right now to see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, still close. Not as close as Sunday, but close. We'll stop that. So next time, we'll be spending at 20%. However, I think tomorrow we might just be spinning at 20% if Yuta's there. Ladies and gentlemen. And I think the champs are always going to be there. I think it's like a fighting champ season 2. I got that going on. Well, no, I almost stopped the recording. That's not what I wanted to do. I want to stop this music so that I can make my picks. Gotta make my picks. But also remind you that since today is technically the 11th, there's 10 more days. Yes, 10 more days to enter your OCs. Go ahead, the link is in the description, into the Danganronpa Hunger Games OC season, because the OCs will start rolling out in the last week of February or the first week of March. Which one? Well, I don't know yet. I do know it's on my my like little scheduler, but without that open, I have no idea. So I'm gonna make some picks. Since it's not for a championship episode, I've got healthcare, Mikan and Luna. Specifically, I got Luna taking this one. I really do. I love Luna too. Give me the horn bearers for second. They'll be sounding the horns all the way almost to the victor. And give me the jacket failures for third, because I just love Kanji. He's a good boy. That's all I gotta say about that one. But without further ado, luckily for me, I planned ahead and kept the die right. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. It was just... You guys saw me do it too, right? You remember. I even made sure to bring it onto the camera and sit it right here, but nothing. Nothing. In fact, you remember, I remember, think about it. No funny business. You stay right here this time. Good day. Good people. Tumblr, Dave, United States Aviator in this year of the Accent. I can start the episode from this flashback. While I still have it, please do the... Oh, thank goodness. I'm a genius. The power of flashbacks. Let's roll this thing. Let's get on with this. And we're getting on with it with 4 resimulates. I feel like besides 1, it's been a long time since we rolled an odd number, but I guess we're gonna keep things even Stevens as we roll. And not 1 time, and not 2 times, and not 3 times. And as I almost click for the 4th time, I realize maybe I should have picked the Accent Imposters, since this is technically a holiday episode and they know how to pop off on those. But it is too late for that, because instead I have to just calm this music and resimulate a 4th and final time. And thus our RNG is set. The simulator knows how to hold them, knows when to fold them, knows when to walk away. But don't walk away too soon or you might just step on a landmine. Will anyone do that today? I don't know. Let's proceed, because it is time for the bloodbath. And as the tributes stand on their podiums, my lovely horn bearers, Miss Maya, Sato, Rantaro, Duo, Mikan, Makoto. Did I say everybody? Did I say Rantaro? I'm pretty sure I said Rantaro. If I didn't say your name, you know you still mean the world. Sound the horns. Incredible. As Jack comes riding into the arena on a rare mount, making Sato and Hifumi jealous. Akane runs away from the cornucopia. Hajime forces Mew to start singing "Please Give Me Wings." Ibuki takes a loaded shotgun from the supplies and fires it at Gundam. Gundam can see the pellets, however, approaching in slow motion and dodges them all. Hina takes a shuckle from inside of the cornucopia. I'll never live it down. Iris begs for one of the weapons that Pekka was picked up. She feels bad and reluctantly gives it to Iris, who immediately kills Pekka with it. I love Peko. But you shouldn't have had mercy. Fatogami also gets a chuckle. Cool. Juzo finds a book titled To Cook Sonia, a beginner's guide. Sonia is both amazed and horrified at the level of detail within the book. If there would be anyone who would be shockingly amazed at it, I feel like Sonia's a good fit. Sarah and Komaru recognize each other, probably because they recognize each other as former tag team champs, the Sharpshooters. The sharpshooting, steel-minded, big... Still, they're not both big sisters, you know, the steel-minded girls. You know who they are. Former tag team champs. They recognize each other. They put their trust in another. Like, you know, maybe just this moment in time. Let's try and make the magic happen again. If one of those two wins, you remember that this is why. Toko decapitates Kei with a sword. Rest in peace to Kei already, jeez. Kazuichi grabs as many weapons as humanly possible. Chihiro finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Izio refuses to believe that any of this is real. Joe watches with envy as Keiji and Rantaro kiss before leaving the cornucopia. How scandalous, as Luna breaks Ryoma's nose for a basket of bread. Oh no. His poor schnoz. Kaito, Mikan, Sakura, and Nao share everything they've gathered before running. Nane Achiaki and Gozu engage in a friendly knife fight. Sayako runs away from the cornucopia. Cool. Risei begins working on a plan to overthrow Monokuma. Tinko, Cyril, and Munakata assist each other in getting the best of weapons. Taka throws a knife into Seiko's head. Oh, I feel it, Seiko. No. Kanji finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Fuyiko emerges from the water near the frozen shores. Is he cold? Is his suit wet? Teruteru emerges from the water as well, right behind him! Celeste and Gonto run away from the cornucopia. Kibo, Dimitri, and Mitsurai arrive to the games as a group, but are late. And you're all penalized 50. 50 luck, you can't. The horns have already sounded and you're late. I can't believe you. A stray bolt of lightning causes Rhea and Raph to switch bodies. How different the game would have been. How different 3 houses would have been. If Rhea and Raph switched bodies, Angie runs away from the cornucopia. We're going to day 1. Oh, imagine Mew receives an explosion from an unknown sponsor. Iris and Rantaro build a shelter, but both of them have conflicting ideas on the interior design. While goofing off, Celeste and Kibo build a snow fort together. That's very pleasant. Izuyoi makes a wooden spear. Gozu defeats Gonta in a fight but spares his life. Luna is making Gundam angry. Luna's not gonna like it when Gundam is mad. That's not okay. Rhea runs away, travels to higher ground. Hina and Dimitri make a list of chores for Hajime to complete. Sonia starts to go insane. Komaru kills Juzo with a hatchet. Y'all remember? Komaru and Sarah teaming up. If they make magic happen, if they're the final two, if they're the final two, that's RNG at its finest, first of all. Jack questions Risei's sanity. Tinko was trying to overthrow Avi. How dare you, Tinko? You think that just because I'm a degenerate male, that I can't be in charge of this thing? Well, I've gotta... You're wrong. Tinko fails miserably, but survives thanks to Tako, who is a degenerate male, so now she's probably conflicted. Hifumi spends the day making snow angels. Raph falls into a pit but somehow lives. Or is that Rhea? Kaito collects fruit from a tree. Kazuichi finds a violin, plays it horribly, much to Toko's frustration. Ibuki spins so fast that she becomes a human Beyblade. Munakata Akane. Kanji, Sayaka raids Sakura's camp while she's hunting. Now was being a clown. Mikan attempts to climb a tree but falls to her death. Fuyiko trips on a comically placed banana peel and falls off of a cliff. Oh my gosh! Ryoma, Sarah, and Cyril get into a fight, but Ryoma triumphantly kills them both. Sarah will not win, unfortunately, but neither will Cyril, and that's pretty glorious to me. Nane Achiaki Joe, Fatogami perform a fatal air combo on Sato. What? Mitsurai, Chihiro, and Keiji hold an intervention for Avi's pancake. Look, Mitsurai, Chihiro, Keiji, I think you all probably mean good, but what I also mean is I don't have a pancake addiction. You have a pancake addiction. Teruteru uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Angie, which shockingly works, leaving Angie literally dumbfounded. We lost 9. That's more than the 5 that I thought we lost. Where was I? Alright, in that case, it is indeed time for a Clair de Lune 4. Peko. Kei, Seiko, Juzo, Mikan, Fuyuhiko, Sarah, Cyril, Sato. We'll see everybody's statuses. I am... pull this out. I'm fairly certain that we have 45 left, 41 left. We have a little bit less than I thought we had at the start. Accent Imposters, prepare for trouble, and the first row completely, and good on them. Yeah, we'll just do a little slow scroll. You know, if your team, your picks are still in, you've been paying attention. And we still have 41 to get through? Nuh-uh, we gotta keep going. We gotta stop this Claire de Lune. We gotta proceed with the action. 41 to get through. We only lost 9? Proceed! To night 1, Luna walks barefoot across a carpet of Legos. Going against all logic and reason, she powers through the pain and reaches the other side. That's why she's my pick for this one. I knew I picked a winner. Gonta and Akane create their own secret code language so they can communicate safely without any unwanted eavesdroppers listening in. That's probably one of the most ridiculous languages that I would have ever heard. Kaito makes a hot stew for dinner before bedding down for the night. Izuyoi decapitates Hina with a sword, trying to make sure that it is not the season of the Asahinas, and wisely enough, why would he do that since there's an Asahina on his team? Yuta's gonna talk his ear off. Togami, Fat Togami, stop being selfish. I know you're trying to pretend to be the real Togami, but you don't have to be like that. Tenko challenges Munakata and Kanji to an anything goes pancake eating competition. Munakata eats the most pancakes, and that man's is the pancake world champion. I believed him. This whole time I believed him. Jack finds a big red button, decides to leave it be though. Keiji relaxes by his fireplace. Nani Achiaki holds a secret meeting with Ryoma, Sonia, Joe, and Hifumi. Raph shoots a poisonous dart into Komaru's neck, slowly killing her, while Sarah and Komaru didn't have the magic that they should have or could have had. Iris, Dimitri, and Mew get into a scrum debate with Celeste, Taka, and now about who the strongest character in Danganronpa is. Rantaro and Sayaka become best friends after bonding over their shared love of 17th century sea shanties. 17th century sea shanties is surely a tongue twister, but I respect it. I respect Rantaro. I respect sea shanties. I respect the 17th century. Do I respect the 17th century? A lot of bad stuff happened in the 17th century, but not on the seas. Rhea. I don't know if that's true either. I take that back. Rhea hates Gozu so strongly that she's created a squad against Gozu. Ibuki gets infected with a despair disease. She starts insulting everyone who passes her by relentlessly. She's not here to make friends. A starving Kazuichi trades nearly half of his supplies for Teruteru's loaf of bread, but it's probably a delicious loaf of bread if he cooked it. Rise discovers Mitarai hanging upside down from a telephone pole. Nobody knows what happened, but Mitarai certainly isn't alive to tell the tale. Does that remind you of anything, Rise? Angie ain't afraid of no ghost. You thought it was Gundam, but it was me, Dio. Sakura finds an Etch-a-Sketch, shows it to Kibo, the portrait that she made for, wait a minute, for Toko? Sakura was cheating on Kibo, the robot. Was Toko all along? Well, I guess they're from the same class, and Toko does have some character development. Chihiro challenges Hajime to a dance-off. Hajime absolutely dominates. He might be a good pick to win as we go to day 2. Toko was excited about her super weapon, so excited about it that she wrote a song about it. Izuyoi steps on a Lego brick while Barefoot shrugs off the pain. Kanji questions his sanity. Kazuichi attacks Sonia. Really? On Valentine's Day too. Okay. Okay, Kazuichi. Out of character for you. That seems out of pocket. But she manages to escape. Despite the winter weather, Rhea still feels the cold, or her winter weather clothing rather, she still feels the cold air around her. Rise makes a snowman that looks like Gonta that's gonna take a lot of snow. Rantaro throws some sand into the eyes of Taka, causing Taka to go temporarily blind for the rest of the game. Dimitri receives a first aid kit from you guys? The comments section? More power to you. Now picks frozen berries in the forest. Munakata and Jack look for more people to become friends with. Tenko sets off an explosive, killing Angie, Nani Achiaki, Sakura, and Gundam. Great. Rav works out with an abdominal snowman. Celeste starts to go insane. Kaito spends the entire day ice skating on a nearby frozen lake. Chiro jumps into a pile of snow, not knowing that there's a landmine lying below it. Teruteru gets called in for jury duty and has to leave the arena. Turns out he wasn't even needed. That grinds my gears. That has happened to Celeste and Teruteru at some point this season, which sucks. But he's alive. He's just out of the game because I have to disqualify him. Luna throws some sand into Ryoma's eyes. He is blind for the rest of the game. He's got big eyes too. Pretty big target. Gozu and Sayaka kiss underneath the mistletoe. That's not fine. Mistletoe's not fine anymore. I'm not gonna rage about it. Nope, not me. I am a better man than that. Akane sets up an ice cream stand. Iris joins as her faithful assistant. Hajime sticks his head in the snow for no particular reason. Ibuki receives medical supplies from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. I don't think it's Hajime since his head's just sticking in the snow. I don't know who this wizard is. This magic man. Hifumi breaks down and starts weeping for an unknown reason. Kiba tries to console him. Keiji and Mew enter a rebuttal showdown. Fat Togami embraces the power of positivity. That's my Fat Togami. You go. And no way. Joe finds a lucky 4-leaf clover. Yippee skippy, that man's is lucky. We'll proceed. Never mind. We lost more than likely, as thousands of baseball pitchers appear around the school. Kazuichi manages to find shelter, Sayaka manages to find shelter as well, as Dimitri up there hits a home run. Don't forget about that. Luna convinces Ibuki to bravely shield her from the baseballs, getting her killed in the process. Rest in peace to our rocker Ibuki. Gonta manages to find shelter. Tenko gets struck in the head by a baseball and dies. After getting all those people out, that seems like karma. Toko gets struck in the head as well and perishes. Sonya steps on a trap, gets tied up and hit by thousands of baseballs. Iris hits a home run. So does Akane. So does Taka. Rhea steps on a trap, tied up, hit by thousands of baseballs. Fat Togami hits a home run. Munakata gets struck in the head and he perishes. Baseball style. Kanji steps on that trap as well, hit by thousands of baseballs. Rise convinces Mew to bravely stand in front of her, getting killed in the process. Mew, I didn't know you were simping for Rise, but after her performance in my last Persona 4 episode, I would be too. Kibo gets struck in the head by a baseball and perishes. He gets disconnected. Izuyoi manages to find shelter. Hifumi hits a home run. So does Joe. Keiji and Gozu try to sabotage each other, but both end up getting hit. Raph managed to find shelter. Jack convinces Hajime to bravely shelter her. Hajime gets killed in the process. Celeste trips up Rantaro, gets him killed. Ryoma manages to find shelter, now hits a home run, and Kaito finds shelter too. We lost 22 instead that time. 22 of the 41 that we had left. So after this Claire de Lune for Hina, Komaru, Mitarai, Angie, Nane Achiaki, Sakura, Gundam, Chihiro, Teruteru, Ibuki, Tenko, Toko, Sonya, Rhea, Munakata, Kanji, Mew, Kibo, Keiji, Gozu, Hajime, Rantaro. And thus, now we'll look at everyone's statuses, and how times have changed! I was like, oh, we still have 41, we gotta get through all of these folk. Now, we have 19, as I double check. 19 remain. Less than a standard size game, so, let's see who's left. The Accent Imposters have Celeste to try and carry on their legacy of... But Celeste has to get her first one to do it, first of all. To carry on their legacy of winning these holiday matches, Taka for Fusion Ha. The Jacket Failures still have Kaito. Dominance has Akane. The Power of God and Anime has Hifumi. The Beanie Brigade, however, completely in. So are the Pure Boys of the Champs. Literary Arts still have Now. Shrouded in Mysteries has Fat Togami. Iris for Show Me Your Moves. Luna for Healthcare. Strongest Sweethearts completely in. Dimitri, Eye for an Eye. Jack still for Ultra Despair Girls. Well, no, we're not even gonna side because, okay. Rock Opera still has Rise, and the rest of the folk are gone, which means it's 9 more until your saving grace picks. But we gotta get 9 gone to get there. Do you even need them? 19 left. We are more than half of the field gone. Let's keep going. We have to. We have to. Let's go ahead. Let's proceed. And at the start of night 2, Rise challenges Kazuichi to a dance-off. Surprisingly, Kazuichi dominates. I thought Rise would be on point with that, but no. Apparently not. Sayaka, Jack, Celeste, Iris, and Akane get together and form an idol group. You know, this could only be more fitting if the person who was right above them also joined. How could I see this being an idol group? Yes, Sayaka, Jack, huh? Yeah, Celeste. Yeah, Iris. Akane. I think that the 5 of them could make it. I think they could. Dimitri refuses to leave an injured Gonta side. Taka is now's unknown sponsor. I'm sorry, Taka's unknown sponsor is now. I didn't know she was a Taka fan. I'm a Taka fan. Izio goes to the Love Hotel with Luna, but somehow wakes up beside Kaito. Huh. Interesting. Oh, I forgot Luna's still in. That's my homie. She's going places. She's going places. Raph has a dream in which Hifumi is plotting to kill him. Joe accidentally detonates a landmine while trying to arm it. Fatsugami makes a makeshift bed out of fallen snow, and Ryoma walks barefoot across a carpet covered in Legos. Going against all logic and reason, he powers through the pain and reaches the other side. His power grows more immense as we proceed to day 3. Now uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Iris, which shockingly works, leaving Iris literally dumbfounded. Don't mess with her head. Kaito tells Sayaka to train her elbows. Sayaka's elbows get too swole and she ends up knocking Kaito off of a tree, killing him. You know, I've only knocked that thing down once with my elbow. Just one time. I'll never live it down. I had forgotten it happened. Fatsugami receives a knife from an unknown sponsor. Izuyoi receives pancakes from Avi. That is my boy Izuyoi. He's got him. Get those that's the blessing of Avi. He's gonna die next round. It is truly a curse. Raph picks some flowers. Gonta does some Gonta things. Collecting bugs. Luna confesses how much she has come to hate Hifumi. Hifumi runs away crying. That seems like a Hifumi action, but it doesn't seem like a Luna action. Akane receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Kazuichi picks flowers. Taka throws some sand into Rise's eyes, and she's temporarily blind for the rest of the game. And Jack, Celeste, Ryoma, and Dimitri join the Chad Septic Eye cult. I don't know what that's about. As we proceed, we only lost 2. Which means we still got 7 more to lose. What's your final 17 after this Clary Loon 4? Joe. Kaito. The title's not on the line, so Joe shouldn't be freaking out. But if Izzy can get a win, you guys get a fan vote. So you're rooting for him, because he needs his first win too, if we're thinking about it. He still needs that. He might be a champ, but he needs his first win. You know who else needed their first win? Kaito. But he's gone now. We still have Celeste, Taka, Akane, Hifumi, Kazuichi, Ryoma, Izuyoi, now, Fatsugami, Iris, Luna, Gonta, and Raph, Dimitri, Jack, Sayaka, Rise. You better not win twice in a row. Let's calm this down, and let's go ahead and proceed. We still need 7 more until it's saving grace pick time. The feast will get us there. A really bad event will get us there. An arena event will get us there. Anything could happen. Are you ready to see if they do happen? Let's proceed and find out. To night 3. Huh. So apparently the other idol group didn't work out. So what they did was, they kicked out Akane, and they kicked out Celeste, and instead they got Luna and Fatsugami. Now I know what you might be thinking, Fatsugami, I don't think that's gonna work out, but that's the ultimate imposter. That might be this might be a better fit for them. Might be a better fit. Gonta unknowingly eats toxic berries. Kazuichi panics and tries to cure Gonta, and succeeds. Akane challenges Celeste to a dance-off. Akane absolutely dominates. See, Celeste wasn't great at dancing. That's why she got kicked out of the idol group. I tell you what. Raph gets a sound of my soundboard. Really? Raph? What are you gonna play? Play something absolutely glorious! Maybe this is a sign of things to come. Let's keep it on. Taka convinces Rise to snuggle with him. The ghostly howls. Wait. Oh no, it's not a sign of things to come. Sayaka's up there and she's safe. I was hoping. The ghostly howls of wolves wake up Izuyoi. Hifumi gets infected with a despair disease, starts insulting everyone who passes him by, and Ryoma introduces Nao and Dimitri to his imaginary friend. There's nobody there. We'll proceed, though, to day 4. Dimitri begs for Kazuichi to kill him. He refuses, keeping Dimitri alive. I don't know if Kazuichi can do that. Dimitri's kind of a tank. Iris starts hanging mistletoe. I can't believe you, Iris. It was you all along! But Jack, like the excellent member of the squad that she is, swoops in, snaps Iris's arm, and burns the mistletoe. You're working with one arm now, Iris. You're working with one arm now. How you gonna idle with one arm? Now glares at Fatogami and says, do you want to die? Fatogami runs away. Now can be a little scary. Hifumi throws a knife into Izuyoi's chest. He will not be getting his first win. Sayaka tends to Luna's wounds. Feel like it should be the other way around. Rise tries to find every Monokuma on the school grounds. Overcome with madness, Gonta chains Akane to a tree and makes her watch as he drowns his tag team partner, Raph. So overcome with madness. That's the only way this makes sense. Gonta, what the heck? Ryoma picks flowers, Celeste starts writing a novel, will she ever finish, and Taka drinks some cocoa to stay warm. We only lost 2. Another 2, which means now we're at 15 after that crazy event. I have to say, it's time for a Claire de Lune 4. Izuyoi. Raph. And as we see everybody's statuses, just for the sake of saying, yeah, 15 left, 5 more until your saving grace picks. We still don't have a feast. Still don't have a feast. Could get another arena event. It's rare that we get 2 in a single game, but it has happened. I think we've gotten 3 before too. We've never gotten 4. that would be worrisome. That would be one of the wildest games of all time. Celeste, Taka, Akane, Hifumi, the entirety of the Beanie Brigade. Literary Art still has Nao, Fatogami, Iris, Luna. Gonta almost had the entirety of the Strongest Sweethearts until Gonta got overcome with madness. Speaking of overcome with madness, Dimitri, Jack, Sayaka, and Rise remain. 5 more. So you're saving grace picks. Will we get there? I don't know. It started off hot, and then we've been slowing down, just 2 per day. In fact, at this rate, it'll be a long one as we proceed to night 4. Kazuichi delivers an intense motivational speech to Dimitri and Taka, giving them the inspiration to give their all in these games. My boys, that feels about right that these 2 would be giving their all. Wouldn't expect Kazuichi to be delivering this motivational speech though. Akane finds an Etch-a-Sketch somehow, ends up breaking it in frustration, now climbs into an Exisol. Oh no. Jack and Celeste watch Home Alone, they die of boredom. Home Alone is a classic. Jack, Celeste, you especially, it was your time to shine, it was your time to be. Gonta attempts to climb a tree but falls on Luna, killing them both. Luna, you were the winning pick, you were my winning pick. Okay. I'll need a saving grace pick. That's all I can say. Ryoma's plagued by a reoccurring nightmare. Fatogami and Hifumi huddle for warmth. Rise has a dream of Sayaka winning. Is this a premonition? I swear. It better not be. And Iris bleeds out due to untreated injuries. That's the 5. Where's your final 10? That's the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we still have a day to get through. And I have a gut feeling that as I click proceed, we'll get the feast. It's just a feeling. It was just a... The cornucopias replenished with food, weapons, memoirs, and stuff, everything from the tribute's families. Nobody died. Akane, Fatogami, Rise, Nao, and the other team of Kazuichi, Ryoma, Sayaka, and Taka team up to grab food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs as Hifumi steals Dimitri's motive and burns it in front of him. Nobody perished during the feast. This is a strong final 10 as we proceed now to day 5. No longer as strong, Kazuichi dies from hypothermia. No way, Akane finds a lucky 4-leaf clover. It didn't work out for the last person who found one. But hey, maybe it'll work out for you, Akane. Sayaka receives fresh food from a mysterious man, dressed as a wizard. Rise falls through the ice on a frozen lake and drowns. Rest in peace to her. Taka encounters a fruit bat who immediately takes a liking to him and joins his side. Hifumi and Fat Togami enter a rebuttal showdown. Weren't you guys just huddling for warmth and now you're arguing? Ryoma isn't surprised that Nao has made it that far. Fair. Literary Arts is not a team to sleep on. They've gotten a win like every season for the past couple of seasons. They're not a team to sleep on. And Dimitri does a sick kickflip, but fails the landing and falls flat on his face. We'll proceed. We lost 7. We needed to lose 5, which means we're at your final 8. And after this, Claire de Lune 4. Jack. Celeste. Gonta. Luna. Iris. Kazuichi. Rise. We'll see everybody's statuses. Someone needs to take care of this. We're at your final 8. Your final 8, and no teams are completely in anymore, which means it is a free-for-all between the final 8. And who are our final 8? I don't know. Are they any of your picks? I don't know. But I know I'll need some picks. I know you'll need some picks. But what do we call those picks? I believe they're like saving... Oh! Saving Grace picks. Fu Shun Ha still has Taka. Trying to come back for those tag team titles. Dominance. Finally trying to dominate with Akane. Could she get her first win in what seems like ages? The power of God and anime for Mitarai and Azuru. Could Hifumi come out on top? The B Brigade. Ryoma with 2 KOs. Could he take the victory? Literary Arts, a team that has gotten win and win and win again for the past few seasons. Can they win again with Now? Shrouded in mystery, has Fat Togami picked up his first win in tag team action? Can he pick up another win in tag team action? Eye for an eye, Dimitri, his first season being here. Could he win for the boy Munakata and take them all the way to the championship match? Well done, Beef. I had to say it this time. Sayaka remains. Freaking Sayaka. And those are your picks. So go into the comments, you know what to do after you like and subscribe, because that's what you gotta do. Pick first, second, and third. It's your Saving Grace picks time. Comment on your comment, reply to your comment, edit your comment, do what you gotta do. Because I'm gonna make mine too. It is like a record. It's record keeping. When you make them, you can click on any episode in the past if you made them every time, and you can say, wow, my Saving Grace picks were suckers this day, but today, ain't too bad. So I've had a gut feeling for a while. Actually, this could end up with the same final 2. Spoilers for the 4,000 subscriber episode. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's a fun one. Every single item in the other simulator. It turned out pretty nutty. It turns out pretty chaotic. We could have the same final 2 from that episode. So I'm gonna root for that. Give me Sayaka for first, Hifumi for second, and give me Dimitri for third for his first time. For his first time here. Now, those are my picks. Hopefully they go alright, because if they don't, then, well, maybe, hopefully they don't go alright, because I pick Sayaka. But I can say, the Taka, Akane, Hifumi, Ryoma, Now, Fat Togami, Dimitri, and Sayaka, their pulse has accelerated, and their hearts are beating strong in sync with that of a samurai woman. Are you ready? I'm prepared. Let's do this. Final 8. One will make the bracket. Who will win for their team? It will... Night 5. Ryoma and Taka. The rest of the vent is not welcome in a school environment. What are y'all doing? Nasty. Nasty. Sayaka, Now, and Hifumi Play a game of Monopoly. Sayaka loses all of her properties and flips the board over. A starving Fatogami trades nearly half of his supplies for Dimitri's loaf of bread. And Akane gets killed and replaced by a realistic doll in her image. I'm gonna let that slide because as far as I know, that is Akane. It is time for night 6. Taka finds the remains of a Viking ship. Ryoma tells Now that she is not a clown, but the entire circus. People have been kind of picking on Now this game. Dimitri. Thank you. Thank you, Dimitri, because I have to say, getting 2 in a row, it would have felt terrible. But seeing this parish so close, it just feels like, And I know someone already stole this, and they already played this song, but I gotta play it again because it's absolutely glorious. I love it. You love to hear it. And if you're not a fan of Hifumi, and you're not a fan of the final 2 that happened in the 4,000 subscriber episode, you don't have to worry about it. Because in an effort to survive, Hifumi tries to strangle Akane with toilet paper. Akane tears through it and breaks Hifumi's neck in retaliation. Fatogami cleans his kitchen with the new kitchen gun. Let me tell you about it. It'll zap away all the dirt and grime between your tiles. Backsplash, got it clean. Countertops, shoot it clean. Try to get your sink to shine like it did on day 1, shoot it clean. Shoot it clean. Kitchen gun. We'll proceed. We lost 2. The top 2. Let me say that I properly jinxed that, and I did that on purpose. Did it on purpose. Terrible. Is it even a terrible In fact, you know what? Sayaka. Hifumi. Yeah, I'm petty. Let's play this music now. Oh, as we see everybody's we still got Taka, Akane, Ryoma. Now, Fatogami, and Dimitri. It's the final 6. It's still Samurai Woman time. Let's go on. Let's proceed. To night 6. Akane kills Dimitri for his supplies. I did in turn also jinx Dimitri because of my 3 picks, but let me tell you, I jinxed hard. And when I want to jinx, your boy can jinx. Any chance that Taka and Ryoma had a friendship is destroyed when they're forced to fight over the last slice of pizza. Now it's just Fatogami's split personality given form. What? Where's your final 5 though? And your final 5, make it dwindle again, as it does. The ultimate jinx, me, comments on how well Taka's doing. I didn't say that, but you know what? He wasn't one of my saving grace picks, but I did kind of want him to win. Ryoma watches as Taka accepts his fate and walks right off of a cliff. I didn't do that one. That one's not on me. You saw the powers that I had before. This one, that one wasn't me. While goofing off, Akane and Now build a snow fort together, and Fatogami fishes. We lost 2. 2 were gone. And thus, it is a terrible turnabout. 4. Dimitri. Taka. Okay. We'll see everybody's statuses. So here is the rundown. We have 2 teams that have never won before. Dominance and the Beanie Brigade. Dominance, who's probably having perhaps one of their best performances. They're in the top 4. The Beanie Brigade, Ryoma, who started off this season with a win. And I started off this season with a correct pick. I believe that is what happened. Started off the year with a right pick. Started off, yeah, I believe that. I believe that's what happened. I recall that. That was a good time for me. And we have Now and Fatogami. Fatogami could get his 2nd win. 2nd one is a part of Shrouded in Mystery. Literary Arts could get their 4th win? I don't know. They've been picking up wins. They didn't split up this time because they were like, we've won, but we want a chance to win the titles. Could they do it today? Will it be Akane, Ryoma, Now, or Fatogami? I don't know, but those 4, Dominance, the Beanie Brigade, Literary Arts, and Shrouded in Mystery, all caught what we like to call, within our final 5, a crisis. of fate. Are you ready? I think we have to. I think we gotta do it. Let's scroll down. Let's proceed. Who will it be? I'm really okay with any of these teams. I do like these 4 teams. But let's go ahead and proceed to see which of them will come out on top. At the start of night 7, Ryoma puts his trust in a Now and allows himself to fall backwards. Now catches him. Ryoma says to Now that he trusts Now with his entire life. Fatogami exploits Akane's kindness and has her do various humiliating tasks for him. How could you, Fatogami? How could you do it? As we proceed to day 8, Akane, Fatogami, and Now band together to fend off a pack of starving wolves. Ryoma tries to become a beekeeper, but the bees aren't happy. And when bees aren't happy, you die. So unfortunately, it is a terrible turnabout for Ryoma. And, as we see everybody's statuses, we are at your final 3 now. Akane, who hasn't won in ages, Now, and Fatogami. Any of these 3 teams could come out on top. Dominance, Literary Arts, or Shrouded in Mystery. Dominance wants it. I'm sure Literary Arts wants it too, and so does Shrouded in Mystery. They all have a reason for the season, but which one will come out on top? I don't know. Let's calm that down, because it's still a Crisis of Fate, technically. Even though in this simulator could end like this. Does it? I don't know. Let's find out. It is Akane, Now, and Fatogami as we proceed to see. It's not over yet, but Akane decapitates Now with a sword, halting the momentum of Literary Arts for now. And you thought it was Fatogami, but it was really me, Dio, as he does his ultimate imposter thing and is now Fat Dio. That's my boy. Don't actually want to see that. I hope that doesn't exist, but it might exist. But that means we are down to your final 2. And you know who they are. As we calm this down, I do have to ask you one question. Between these 2, Akane and Fatogami, just who will it be? Akane, who has not picked up a victory since season 1. She picked it up in one of the biggest games that we have had, and unfortunately, she has not been able to recapture that magic. Will it be Fatogami? Took him ages to get a win, but when he did, his entire cast became the first team. The first cast for everyone to get a victory. Could it be him? Trying to get that magic again for Shrouded in Mystery. Will it be Dominance for Akane? Fatogami for Shrouded in Mystery. Akane or Fatogami? There is but one answer, and that answer awaits as we proceed to see. Akane cannot make the magic happen as she gets drenched in honey, which seems fitting for Akane because boy does she love food. But unfortunately, she's apparently never had honey before. She's allergic, and she does perish, which means, as we proceed, we have a terrible turnabout for Now, Akane. Which means I'll tell you what. They did it again. For their second season in a row. We can say everybody's statuses, but we don't need to because it's just with 1 KO. We can proceed to see that your winner. Pulling through once again for K. And Shrouded in Mystery. It took him a long time to get his first win. But not too long after that, he's finally picked up his second. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is Fatogami. Good on the boy! Good on the boy. I can't be mad at that. Fatogami, one of my favorite characters, I won't lie. We'll proceed, and he did it with just 1 KO, didn't even kill Akane at the end, she honeyed herself, which seems like an Akane way to go out. Yeah, nothing could kill her in the game, and, well, well, Honey did it here. Now, in third, didn't have a KO to her name, she could add this pacifist victory. Ryoma in 4th, Taka in 5th, Dimitri in 6th, Hifumi in 7th, Sayaka in 8th, Rise in 9th, and Kazuichi rounding off your top 10. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll do a slow scroll for everyone else. That wheel still did almost hit. Shrouded in Mystery, almost your champs. I wouldn't have been mad at that. They're a pretty good team. I love them. I love those both. Love them both. I think someone mentioned somewhere. I think it was in the it was in the custom event suggestion box for the because a lot of those are in now. I'm sure you saw some of them pop up. I know I saw some of them pop up. One of them was like, player 1 begs Avi to play Zero Escape, and I was like, wow, I don't have Zero Escape on the channel. I've played through them. I think I'd have to buy them. I'd have to buy them again, because I don't have anything I can play it on and record it on. How much is it on Steam? If it's under $50, I might pick it up. That wouldn't be like a weekly thing. I might just like, every once in a while, just plop up something. But there's everyone who's left, and we'll proceed now. It all started with Iris tricking Pekko and taking her out, and it all ended. Oh, actually, Kei was the second person out, so Fatogami was alone for a long time, all the way until the end. In fact, he carried that burden. He carried the lost soul on his back, and he won for them. Congratulations to Fatogami. We'll proceed. And it seems like Tenko had the most KOs with that one bomb. One bomb changes everything. Akane had 3, Ryoma had 2, everyone else had 1 or less. And where did our Accent Imposters finish? 13th. Ugh. It was the arena event that took her out. No, it wasn't. Something dumb took Celeste out, didn't it? Hold on, wait a minute. Where is she? Yeah, Celeste... No, Celeste trips up Rantaro. She didn't die in the arena event. She made it past the arena event, and she perished watching Home Alone. That's what it was! I'm salty. Oh, but those are your statistics. Congrats to Fatogami. And as we go back to the replay, we can pull up that bracket to see him. He and Kei, there again. And maybe this time, in the finale, they can come out on top. I don't know. Can they do it? I don't know. But I can tell you, we're out of time. Tomorrow will once again be a shorter episode because the singles episodes tend to have less people. But I'm excited for it. Tomorrow's episode's a fun setup. Year of the Ox incoming soon. And I think, what, yesterday? Today? Yesterday. I think yesterday there's, yeah. So tomorrow is Year of the Ox. So, hope you're excited for that. I'm excited for it. Stay classy. Year of the Ascent. Tumblr, Dave, United States Aviator. Thanks for watching. Tooling, Flight Crew.